Now we meet a player who, with Stuttgart, won the Bundesliga title. He then moved to Valencia in Spain. When that didn't work out, he returned to play for Hoffenheim in Germany. But he and the club soon parted ways. After a stint out of work, he was a substitute at Sporting Lisbon, but ended up in the stands. In 2011, he was 32 and unemployed. But then he joined Schalke and Champions League football again. Timo Hildebrandt was once a great German goalkeeping hope. After hitting rock bottom, he wants to return to the big time with Schalke. And we're going to talk him through this roller coaster ride. Let's go back almost exactly 2 years. It's September 2011. I'm sitting in front of you and say to the clubless Timo Hildebrandt, 32 years old, in October 2013, you're going to play in the Champions League against Chelsea. What would you have said?
I'd have said it couldn't be true, or that something like that is almost impossible, and I don't believe it could happen to me. At that time, the longer I was without a club, the more I lost faith that I could have such a change of luck. That's why it's that much nicer playing games like these. Every game, even if we lose. Unlike many of my colleagues, I can enjoy and appreciate each game that much more.
Okay, but let's go back again to that same phase. You hired a private coach and drove to a training ground to do your solitary rounds. Why didn't you just throw in the towel?
Warum haben Sie nicht aufgegeben? Warum haben Sie nicht alles hingeworfen?
Because I wanted to have another go. In my mind, I never thought it could be over, given everything I'd achieved. And it just wouldn't have been like me to quit without a club. So I gave it my all. I just kept going and hoped something would happen.
How did you feel driving there every morning?
You really need to go back to the day I returned from Portugal and started training right away during the summer break with a goalkeeper coach from Karlsruhe. Day after day, I drove for an hour and trained alone on a pitch in some village without knowing what would happen next. It was brutal, psychologically and emotionally, to keep training on my own. So I called my former coach Armin Fee and asked if I could train with his club. Even if I couldn't play with them, it was just different. It wasn't a great feeling, but at least it was a step forward.
Does it take willpower to call Armin Fee and say, I need your help?
Quite a bit of willpower, you could say that, absolutely.
Did you ever look at yourself and ask, what happened?
It wasn't as bad as that, but sure, there were days when nothing went right, where I stood on the pitch during training and asked myself, what should I work on next, and why do it at all? There were moments when you ask what went wrong in your career, where you made mistakes. But it's precisely in tough situations like these that you learn lots as a person and as an athlete.
Kickoff first interviewed you back in 2005. When talking about experienced players, you said something nice. It takes a lot to play for so long at such a high level.
Es gehört viel dazu, so lang auf hohem Niveau zu spielen.
When I heard that, I asked myself why it didn't work for you.
Ja, stimmt. Habe ich mich gefragt, warum hat es bei Ihnen nicht geklappt?
I just took a difficult path and acted too rashly in some situations. Maybe I didn't adapt well enough to the football business. That just wasn't my personality. Often I was the kind of guy who demanded a lot, who was too dogged. Sometimes that rubs people the wrong way. Maybe that's why my career took the course it did.
When you started at Schalke, some fans booed you.
von den Fans. Das ist ja hier
Some still do.
Genau, es ist ja nicht so ein leichtes Umfeld.
Right, it's not an easy environment. Are you now more disciplined and hold your tongue, or are you really more relaxed and you just think it's not worth commenting on?
Entspannter und denken sich so, nee, sowas kommentiere ich jetzt einfach gar nicht mehr.
I think so, yes.
Also zweiteres.
So the latter.
Yes, I'm more relaxed. I've learned that it's better to keep calm than to keep on putting my oar in. And I just want to enjoy the years I have left, to get the most out of them and have fun with the guys. Because after that comes another phase in my life. It will probably be exciting too, to find my way. So I'm looking forward to the next few years.
Timo Hildebrandt, all the best, especially against Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Thank you.